So should we welcome back? We have like a fan favorite, a group favorite.
An OG, really.
Return finally to the stages of Trash Tuesday. We've got Stella Barey. I feel like Stella Barey, like her guesting on our show several years ago, like helped define the brand of Trash Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
No, that's just something that I thought of right now. So it makes sense that you wouldn't know that, but I think it's real.
That is sick.
Because you're like smart and sexy, and that's all we need.
You.
Thank you. Shout out to our golden slug, Brandon. Guys, we have a Patreon. And the truth is, we just recorded a long and deep episode for our patrons only. And it was the 4 of us, and it was really intense. And if you want to listen to that, that will be the bonus episode this week. Check it out. Check us out at patreon.com/Trash Tuesday podcast or the link below. And we have new bonus episodes every week.
It's a little extra juicy. It's a little bit more of our unmasked version of ourselves. And I think it's our best work. So go check it out.
This podcast is brought to you by Skims. I basically live in Skims bralettes. From the triangle bralette to the racerback, they're all equally comfortable, equally supportive, and equally buttery. Shop my favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. And after you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcasts in the survey, and be sure to select our show, Trash Tuesday, in the drop-down menu that follows.
I am on tour. I'm so excited that I will officially be going on tour this fall. Starting in September, I'm going to be in Madison, Portland, Seattle, Denver, Philly, Boston, New York, Olympia, all these great cities. I can't wait to share all my new material with you guys. It's been so fun to work on it. Get tickets at prettylittlebabytour.com, and you can get tickets now before they sell out. The link below. Thank you. I'm excited. I'll see you guys there.
You guys, I have a hair care brand that I'm really proud of. It is hyper clean, reef safe.
Incredible top.
Incredible.
That's why I can carry it with me.
I mean, like, you know, when you create something and you're like, wow, I really nailed it. I really nailed it. The formulation, the packaging, everything about it is fucking beautiful. Go to eboceanclub.com. We've sold out of the shampoo and conditioner for now, but we are trying to bring that back ASAP. But we still have a ton of detanglers. There's some masks
left. It will come back, though.
They are equally amazing. Go get yours at eboceanclub.com.
Wait, what do you have?
Oh, okay. So I should have brought you one.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, unfortunately, these all sold out. And so these ones are the rejects that have like little scratches or like, you know, flaws. But it's fine.
Reading.
So I did a couple readings this year. It's my first time doing it, where I collected excerpts of my favorite philosophy on erotism and taboo and sexuality. And then I read them at your local bar or a bookstore. So yeah, that's my volume 1. I'm going to compile volume 2.
I love Ocean.
Oh my God. These are books that I've collected over the last 7 years that have changed my life or changed the history of the study of sexuality. And it's really hard to find excerpts like that or find authors to read about sexual philosophy if you're not like in school or in a class for it, which is rare.
Yeah.
So I thought that I know a lot of people have interest in this.
Oh,
This is a scene, a gay scene where he shits on his partner. That's how I open
That's
the
from
reading.
On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous.
It is the best scene I've ever read, where it is so true to how I have experienced it. It is the most truthful depiction
true
of
about it.
Oh, it's how the pain feels in your head, like how the pain goes white and all this other stuff. And then how close you are and how like two beings become one. And then also when you start to smell that you've shit on them and how dirty you feel and how broken you feel, but how human you feel. It's a beautiful thing.
I feel like that is like the ultimate feeling of free. Like you cannot beat, like once you've shit on someone, I feel like we have nothing. There's no space between us anymore.
Exactly. I love that we're just starting off strong.
You try on me?
You said you were going to put your finger up my butt.
I want to. You won't let me. You know, you're all talk.
That's not true.
Because guess who's over my house right now? Jenna.
Yeah, and I asked her to actually put her finger up my butt, and then she goes, actually, I don't really know what I would do. She's like, if I knew how to do it, I would.
She's been constipated, Stella.
Oh.
Yeah,
so you want to like pull it out?
Well, that's what the nurse said.
To use your hand with a glove on.
Yeah, to like digitally like disimpact. It's like a nursing thing. Yeah.
Honestly, that's what every anal porn girl does.
Really?
Wait, what do they do?
Like before a scene, if they want to make sure they're good, they just stick their finger up there, scoop it out.
Jules, are you gonna
Then
scoop
and
yours
then they
out?
make jokes. We all make jokes. I can't say they because I'm one of them. I have been in the past. Don't do that anymore as much. But we all make jokes like you have your poop finger, like it smells the rest of the day.
Is it better?
I'm so sorry. Why do I have to start like this?
Jules has questions because she's a constipation queen.
Is it better to use your finger or do the enema?
The enemas don't work on Esther anymore.
Why?
She's leveled up.
So enemas are just like, that's, when I squeeze the water up there. Do you ever do that?
Yeah.
I just get little pebbles that
Yeah.
pop out.
Yeah.
And she like narrates this to me via text.
I had a
Pebbles
best
has
friend in
been a
college.
favorite word for you this past week.
It's pebbles.
I put my finger up my best friend's butt just for fun in college. I was like, I just want to know what it's like, don't you? And he was like, yeah. And so we just sat there and my finger was up his butt. And I was like, do you feel anything? He's like, not really. And
Oh
that
my
was it. It
God,
was
not
even
really.
sexual, which is kind of what your guys' vibe feels like to me right now. You just stick your finger up there.
I would definitely feel it. If you,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say not really.
Have you seen my hands?
Oh God!
But you know what? You know how a
LeBron
finger-
wingspan and LeBron hands.
Look at mine in comparison. I could
I
do
wouldn't feel that.
nothing.
I wouldn't feel that.
If I was
No.
one of the porn girlies, I'd have to be like, "Hey, Stella, can you come help me? Because my fingers aren't doing it."
Well, you know what? The comparison I always say is like, I put a tampon in and guys are like, wait, you can't like feel that tampon for 7 hours? Like you don't notice that it's in there? And I'm like, no, I fully forget it's in there.
Yeah.
It's the same thing if you put like a tiny butt plug in or if you let a finger sit in there, just start to not notice it. You don't really feel anything. It's really
Jules?
the in and outs.
Jules, you're
you.
not. Are you anti?
I've only tried a finger, but then I don't know.
Finger isn't as good. The smaller it is, the worse it feels, I think. It's like, ooh.
So it has to be
Really?
big to be better?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. It's just I don't have anyone, so.
No, I don't even do it that often anymore. I love it, but it's also
But do you
other holes are good
masturbate
too.
yourself, like using your butthole too?
I can, but I'm so lazy.
Mm.
I'm so lazy.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense that your mom is a gynecologist
Yes.
to me now. It seems like it's a
Yeah.
there's a different brain.
Yeah, it's a fascination.
No, it's like a doctor brain. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to know what it's like.
I always just had such an open family dynamic talking about the body. And then I can be open with her about it too, where I'm like, is this like medically okay to do? Or like, how do I have anal and not get UTIs? Or
I just
all that
learned
stuff.
something new.
Yeah?
Speaking of gynecology, this new STD that is not in any of the panels, but you have to specifically
Oh my God,
ask
which
for
one
it.
is it? 'Cause I think
It's
I
the
know.
mycoplasma
Yes.
genitalium.
Thank you, God, that you're talking about it. Mycoplasma and also ureaplasma.
Ureaplasma.
I had ureaplasma. I didn't have mycoplasma. And you know what? All my friends, like even people not in the industry, have it. Like so many people have it. It's just a overgrowth of bacteria of
Yeah.
ureaplasma. It only sometimes causes symptoms that make you feel like you have a UTI. But it takes like weeks of
the
antibiotics to get rid of.
mycoplasma symptoms tend to be a little bit more like uncomfortable.
Yes, it can be stronger. But it also, a lot of people don't know they have it. It's like
Right,
maybe a smell and maybe feels like a UTI.
How did you know that you had it?
Oh, I thought I was getting a UTI like every week and I was just dying and no one like tested for it and no one knew anything about it. And then my mom just tested me for it one day and she was like, oh, that's what's causing this. And it's like 2 weeks of doxycycline and it's gone.
Same with mycoplasma as doxy and another one.
Mhm.
But apparently the problem with ureaplasma is you can go back and forth between your partner.
Yes.
So he
You
has
have
to get
treat them
tested too. He has to get treated as well.
Mhm. It's painful.
Oh God, fun times in the STD world, huh?
Well, that's why they test for mycoplasma now for performers in porn, but they don't test for ureaplasma. And so after I got that and I had to do 2 weeks of antibiotics, I was just like so traumatized by it all and the pain that it had been causing me that I stopped doing fluid exchange with anybody. So
Yeah.
I won't kiss. I won't do anything where I could catch anything because there's so much we don't test for. There's so much we don't
Right.
even know about, let alone like yeast infections and BV and things like that that can cause such issues.
Yeah, and it's
for
like so
women.
hard to tell too because it's like in theory it's like someone brings you over like, oh, I just got tested, and for some reason something about his chemistry or something about him is causing either chronic UTI, chronic BV, or the cycle of BV yeast like over and over again. And like my partner in my 20s, like my college boyfriend, for some reason, no matter what I did, was constant UTI.
Yeah.
And like I had like a couple years of just maybe getting UTIs every 2 months.
What?
And then
It's the
we
most
broke
painful
up
thing in the
and I
world.
never got it again. I literally haven't had a UTI since. So I think that we have a very limited like idea, or we don't talk enough about. We always like chlamydia, gonorrhea are the obvious ones, but never like the urea or the mycoplasma that could be like really fucking our brains up because sucks.
I was on the edge when I was getting UTIs like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I get chronic UTIs. I haven't had one in 8 months now since I treated urea plasma. Isn't that crazy? And then all my friends that are like, I have like recurring BV that I can't get rid of and it's really fucking with my relationship, or like I feel like I have a UTI but then it never comes up positive. I'm like, get tested for urea plasma, and every single one has been positive. And then once they get fixed, they're fine.
Yeah.
And so get tested for urea plasma.
Yeah, I feel like so many of us.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard
And
to
BV now is technically an STI. You have to treat your partner for it.
a lot of doctors' offices don't even know what ureaplasma is, or they're like, we don't treat that, we don't test.
They should know. If they're a
Yeah.
gynecologist, they should know. It's just like not been something people have tested as much. But I will also say the urine tests don't really work. They're not accurate. Like I go into my urgent care now randomly and I'll just get a urethral swab for ureaplasma and mycoplasma just to make sure it hasn't come back. So they have to swab in your urethra.
Whoa.
Your pee hole.
As fun, but
No, but it's not, they don't go that far in.
I don't
But
think I
that's the
have-
only accurate way to test for it.
I've never seen my urethra. I don't understand.
I honestly don't really know
Okay,
where
can I
mine is
explain
either.
to you
But
how it works? Because I put up catheters.
I guess.
If you don't want to,
No, tell me.
So your urethra is pretty much tucked in there. I would have to kind of peel away at the folds. And when I peel away at the very top, there's this little button, and it's a clear button that has a little hole in it, and that's where I would insert the catheter.
And that's where you're getting swabbed?
yeah.
Does
And
it
you know
hurt?
what's funny? In the gynecologist's office, it can feel a little uncomfortable, but in the gynecologist's office, which is my mom's office, it's not weird because she knows what to do and it's like normal and she's used to it. When I go to the urgent care, and this is just a poor little urgent care nurse, she doesn't do gynecology normally. She doesn't normally have to spread your legs open. Like she's looking at your ankle. She's like, all right, I don't even know if we have the swab, but I think we do. And then she finds it and she's like, okay, like we can do this. And then I'm like fully spread there and she's like, let me just find your urethra. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Which I know it's not like that. I know they enjoy their job, helping people, but I feel bad
That's
making her
funny.
find it, peel back the folds and find it.
It's never fun when you feel like the healthcare provider is like a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to go to you for this, but
Yeah.
you're closer to my house, so I'm gonna be here
Esther,
every week.
I implore you to find your pee hole.
Why?
You have to know where
You
your
could
pee hole
sound it.
is.
That's the thing, sounding. You stick things up it.
What?
For
Really?
pleasure. It's called sounding, yeah.
What kind
you
of
look that up on
pleasure does
Reddit.
that actually bring, though? I'm trying to really be
I don't think
open-minded
women
here.
really do it. Maybe they do, but it's mostly a man thing.
That's what I was going
and
to
it's
say.
like
I
they'll
know
put
men
like
do it.
pencils and things in there.
I have seen that.
I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's like when you have a yeast infection and you scratch
just
that
fuck
itch.
the itch away.
I feel like that's what it feels like. Whenever I see it, I feel like that's what it feels like.
That is the most, this is so horrible, Esther, put your earmuffs on. That is the most satisfying, like one of the most satisfying things I've ever felt was like fucking an itch away.
Yes.
From
Because
a
you know
yeast
when an
infection.
itch is like deep inside your body and you can't scratch inside your body, but when you can scratch inside your body.
You feel it in your eyeballs.
Yes.
Like someone is just like actually getting that it's, oh my God. Okay, you're done. You're good.
Did you see the documentary Zoo about bestiality? Because there are people.
I don't
who-
need to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
She's
they
like,
put-
I live it.
no, there are dudes
Opposite.
who put a piece of cheese in their butt and then have like a little mice like.
These are the Germans, right?
Why did we do a documentary
Germans
on
do
this?
this, right?
Why are we making these people famous? They're like,
they
this
wanna
is
be
how
heard and
people do
seen too?
bestiality?
Well, it's called Zoo, and the beginning is about a guy that died because he fucked a horse. And the
That
horse-
one I know of.
That's the,
Bring
oh
this
God.
up, Stella.
Well, because I was going back to the feeling good as a little mouse scratching up the butthole, and I thought it was amazing.
Oh my God, I
To
will
be clear,
say.
it's not a mouse that fucked my itch away.
Oh
Okay?
no, this is not I don't have a personal story about this, but I have my mom in the 90s in LA, she was working in emergency rooms in LA as a resident, and she said there were at least 6 men that came in that had hamsters up their butt.
No.
It was a trend. It was a trend at the time.
So it's
And they had to
actually
remove them.
true.
Wait, isn't there a celebrity with a hamster up the butt story?
She always brings it up.
It's Richard Gere.
Yes.
Oh, he's
but
my dad's doppelganger.
it's
Oh
true?
no, Papa!
I know, and he's
What are you
the
doing
star
with a
of the
hamster up
of
your butt?
Chicago the movie. He's Mr. Razzle Dazzle. I can't think of him like that.
I mean, more so,
freaky.
right? He's like the guy.
I
He's
think
like,
it's just a rumor.
I hope so.
Usually rumors.
I feel like it's just a rumor.
are just rumors,
But
right?
my mom she has corroborated.
Oh,
The hamster in the butt.
People do crazy shit. That is why we need to talk more about sexuality, taboo, the philosophies of it, bring it to light. Maybe we can understand why we're going towards certain directions and how to not.
You said that you're not doing fluid exchange anymore. So what does that leave?
So a lot of things I do are like masturbating side by side. I can anal train people. So like they'll put dildos in my butt. I put dildos in their butt.
I see.
Like interactive, but no spit exchange.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
feel
rule.
like that might be the new rule in my relationship.
It feels or monogamy. Monogamy is
fluid
good.
exchange.
Monogamy is nice. But when I'm working with lots of, I mostly work with girls now. I don't actually work that much anymore filming.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you? Yeah, tell us about your life. What's going
What's
on?
the update?
Okay, so this is my one. I've been doing readings, but also I brought some merch. I don't know which size of these is which, but let's see. I don't even know what sizes would work for you guys. But these are.
Thank you. Wait, can I get my gift to you back so I can gift it to you properly?
Yeah, want to gift it to me? Want to pass it to me so I can open it? So 3.5 years ago, I started building a porn platform called hidden.com. And so I've randomly made like some fun little merch to just give to my friends because I'm like, okay, this is my excuse to like take the money and like make clothes with it.
And did you wear these already?
Yeah, I wore them. I got my juices all in them
Thank
for
you.
you. No, they're clean.
We only we only fluid exchange with you.
Yeah.
Hidden. Oh, these are so cute.
Yeah, they're so random, but
I love
I've made
it.
some little merch for it.
I love my new thong.
But yeah, I've been working for the last 3.5 years on building this porn platform, and really the last year it ramped up where I'm now like worried about getting tech neck. Like I just sit at a desk all day with my team of girls, just running the whole like branding, marketing, creator support, product design, everything.
You do it all, Stella.
I'd never sold
This
another
is for you.
product other than my my porn and my OnlyFans, really. And so I was like, if I'm going to go into something, I built it with my high school best friend. And I'm like, I have to have full control of how this is because I know it's the first sex worker owned platform ever. So
I love the name
it's
too.
going to stand out.
Hidden is so cute.
It's
and
cute,
cheeky.
right?
Yeah.
I came up with it from the idea of just the hidden folder because all my guy friends and girlfriends have hidden folders on their phone with like their old sex tapes and like random nudes
Can we
of their
go through our
neighbor.
hiddens today?
Wait,
Yeah, and
I
that's
don't-
really what amateur porn fans want to buy. Is
I didn't know that was a real
girls'
thing.
hidden
Let's go
folders.
through our hiddens.
I don't have a hidden.
You don't have a hidden?
Show me where it is.
My whole phone is my hidden.
Do
We
you
can
have
go on
it?
my hidden.
You
I have
all
a lot of
have
key
a
videos
hidden?
on there.
You have a hidden.
yeah. It's a,
How do you see it?
And really, the experience of the amateur porn fan is like going on the depths of Reddit to find their neighbor's hidden folder on their phone. Like that is the
Really?
experience. They want to see like the girl that they had a crush on in 6th grade as an adult now, you know, what her hidden folder's like and what she looks like naked. Like it really is such a personal experience when buying porn. And I don't think a lot of people, unless you're really in the industry and seeing that fan base, understand that
Can
it's like the
someone
most
look-
amateur
It's
content.
locked. Mine is
Please tell
locked.
me how you get to it.
Just scroll down.
Wait, don't you have to make it?
You have to make it.
Yeah, it doesn't just like take your nudes and just put it.
So
How
it's
Yeah.
like any
sick, though.
nudes or sex tapes you have and stuff, and you put it in that folder.
Yeah,
Put it in a folder that you hide.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
I gotta
it's
get
like
out
a
of
hidden
there.
folder. And so then if you're scrolling through your phone with your family, none of your nudes are popping up because they're in the hidden folder.
Oh wait, I need to use that. Khalyla,
I just opened mine and then I was like, I honestly, like, you know, I'm a mommy. You
what
know?
did you see? You
I
have
just
to
saw
show me.
something.
You said
No,
we're looking at them. You said we're all looking at our hidden folders.
Yeah, but I know, but it's an actual sex with someone else.
Show me.
You
Fucking show me.
You nasty bitch. 1 second. I'll just show you that. I'll just show you. Oh my god.
So nice.
I've seen one of you at someone eating your ass.
Oh yeah, sorry, that is as my hidden. That might be actually a
Yeah.
tongue in the ass.
How did you even get that image?
Just look at the icon and then look away, okay?
Okay.
Don't gasp.
Can I see?
Show me.
Okay.
She's looking at the image.
Whose tongue is that?
I don't know. Like I couldn't tell you like right off the top of my head. I'm like, who is this? I'd have to like hit it, but then I'm not in the mood to see. Do you ever like think back to ex-partners and you're like so icked out by it?
Oh God, yeah.
And so I'm scared to look at my hidden because I'm sure once upon a time I thought it was a hot video, but looking back, I'll probably vomit in my mouth right now. So
Yeah. Thank God
Yeah.
I don't have a hidden folder. I just lose all my old shit. Make new shit.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know where any of my old stuff is. I'm horrible
You're free.
organization. I am. I really just treat this like a hidden folder. I really do just like make sex tapes and post them, and I don't even catalog them. I don't put them on Dropbox. I don't organize them. Just lose them.
This is how to live.
Jules, what's in your hidden folder?
It's mostly just nudes from like before, because I don't like taking nudes. So before I would just like do the previous ones and send it to the guys.
You're like, these are my top 10.
But see, you have to be careful. You have to screenshot the photograph so he doesn't date. He doesn't have to scroll up to 6 years ago when you originally took it.
Yeah, taking nudes is so tiring for me. So
I should send Dave a nude from when I was like 21. You see if he notices the
You
difference.
absolutely should.
But you're 20. You went through a period of not loving your body.
That would not be good. When I showed him, actually, one time I showed him a picture. And I go, this is my cousin. Don't we look alike? He's like, yeah, you do. I'm like, that was me. When I was in my early 20s, I was bigger.
Listen, I'm a new mom. My size has fluctuated so much in the last year and a half. But the one thing that I love about Skims is that it has adapted to my new size. I haven't had to buy any new undergarments. I haven't had to buy any new t-shirts. I haven't had to buy new anything. And what I love about Skims is it offers the support. It has an incredible buttery soft feel to it. And I can wear it all day. I can wear it all night. I can sleep with my bra and it doesn't dig in. It doesn't cause that little like lump on my back that I don't love. I basically live in my Skims bralettes. They are so buttery, so supportive, so comfortable. I wear them day and night. It's extremely comfortable and I cannot recommend it enough. Now you can shop my favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. And after you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcasts in the survey and be sure to select our show, Trash Tuesday, in the drop-down menu that follows. This ad is by BetterHelp. Therapy has been an indispensable part of my life. I've spent years digging deep, learning about who I am, what my triggers are, and how to just move in this world, feeling better about myself, feeling better about my decisions, my life, basically everything. But I'm here to tell you that the number one thing that has been a positive in my life is therapy. And if you're curious about therapy, give BetterHelp a try. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. It's really convenient too. You can join a session with a therapist with a click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. You don't have to drive over to your therapist's office, fight traffic. You don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to find a parking spot. It's literally therapy at your fingertips. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
I have a question for the group. How do you feel if your best friend sends you a sex tape or nudes that she's sending to a guy?
Just to proofread?
Yeah. But I'm like, is this too much?
This has happened to me before where someone has sent it without like honking the horn first, and it's annoyed the shit out of me.
Really?
Because
Why?
it's like, I don't know if I'm in the mood to watch my friend, you know, like
Getting
to look at my
railed.
friend's fucking, you know, urethra right now.
So true.
Like, so it's like, hey, can I show you this? And explain to me what it is first so I have the option to say yes or no, right?
I feel like it might be a codependency because I'm like, why do you need to send this to me? Like, believe that you look hot and just send it. Like, keep that between you and. But also, I receive nudes on a daily basis from my friends, so it's totally normal and fine. But,
see what you're saying.
But what's the point? Just send the nude, I would think. Like, why do your girls have to tell you, you know, like, this is perfect? Be a freak. Be a little freak and send, like, your bush, you know?
Yeah, and it also kind of maybe puts you in a bad position because what are you supposed to give notes? Like, what are we
You're like,
looking-
girl, do not send that. Your tits look uneven.
Right.
I think it's like a cheerleading thing, though. It's like, you look so fucking
It's like
hot.
empowerment.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah,
yeah,
send
yeah,
it. But
yeah.
no, you should know in your core you want to send it.
You should have the validation.
And the sickest thing is when no one knows that you send nudes or anything, and you do. You're a little freak on your phone to your partners, and no one knows. You're like going to the bathroom to send a video of you peeing, you know, to your boyfriend. But you don't have to tell anyone you do that. It's sicker that way.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe that's like a freak mindset. I don't know.
What?
Nothing. I'm just looking at you.
What do you think?
You little freak.
I'm a huge freak, and I have a big hidden folder.
Oh, really, Stella?
Yeah.
See, now imagine if you could monetize your hidden folder, you know, which is really what a lot of amateur girlies in the industry are doing.
Are you still active on OnlyFans or not as much anymore?
I'm not at all. So I still have an OnlyFans. Like how it is in the industry is everyone has 8 different sites to monetize. You know, like we want to make, even if I'm making $200 somewhere, I'm not going to delete that. You know, I want you to make money on as many platforms as possible. So with Hidden, for instance, I added a For You page that feels like TikTok, where you can promote yourself on there so you don't have to promote across all these social medias, which is our biggest problem right now. We're getting censored on every platform and we have no plan B and we have no seat at the table, and it's actually ruining people's lives. Like even last week, a law went into place in the UK, and while they're trying to figure out how to age verify to see porn content on Twitter, which is the main marketing platform for so many sex workers, they just blurred all their content and made it completely inaccessible until they can figure out the ID verification.
Right.
So a lot of girls are just dead in the water and have no way to promote their content to make rent money next month.
Yeah.
So there's a For You page that you can promote on and find new fans. And, you know, it's us working together basically to build an ecosystem of fans that we all can rely on. And then you can sell content on there as well without having to like manually send it in the messages. You can just have a store to sell your content on, which is another thing. It's just like more efficient monetization.
I love that. Congrats. You're such a workhorse.
We already got offers from large campsites to buy us because they're like, if once you launch live streaming on your site, you take 18%. Why are people gonna, you know, pay 50 or 60% for us? And so they buy out tons of little sites so they can keep charging that. But my next plan, I want to build this platform and just have it be a small niche corner of the internet that sets the standard for what sex workers can expect from their sites. Like we have the best chargeback protection. So people can't buy your content and refund, which right now on OnlyFans, if they refund, they can get a refund every time.
No way.
Yeah. There's just so many things we could do that are more sex worker friendly, but no one cares enough.
You are the person to sort of to really lead this charge because you have lived it.
And the change that has happened in the last 5 years, I'm just like, holy shit. The industry is changing in every aspect so much, not just censorship, but like even how the public views us. Because when I first started this, it was kind of like, okay, that's rebellious and cool. And, you know, there's more of a conversation.
Yeah.
And now with how agencies and AI have taken over the industry and they have 59 Instagram accounts to promote one girl, people just see us as scammers and like money hungry. Like if you have an OnlyFans page, you're seen basically as like a money hungry scammer, which is so not at the heart of what this industry really is, which is like something that will always exist because of human connection.
What
And,
is the future of just the sex industry in general with AI in mind? Like, how is that going to change? How will it affect it? Is there a world where performers become obsolete?
I mean, at this rate, even with the future of our industry, it's almost like we're going to get banned in 10 years globally if we don't start coming together and holding conversations about sex work and what makes it beneficial and like how we want to build it, because we have no control over how sex work is right now. We don't own our platforms. We don't decide how we get to promote. We promote on the sites that have algorithms that we can figure out how to work around and push ourselves out on. And we live basically like outlaws on the internet. With AI, there are things that I think we could do that could make it benefit us, because people are more likely to buy content of AI that is of somebody they recognize, a real girl, right? And so right now we don't own our likeness at all. So mygirlfriend.com and all these sites can just sell videos of with our face on them.
Yeah.
And that is going to potentially make us obsolete. But what I really want to do with Hidden in the future is set a precedent with it that we own our likeness. Say you could like swipe right on your OnlyFans profile, for instance, and it goes to the AI version of your profile where fans can request videos. They can be like, I want to see you sucking my dick on a plane in a red dress. And the video sends to them and it looks like you.
Yeah.
Which is where we're at with AI right now. And so if a girl can harness it herself, and then also with that set the tone and the precedent through the terms and contracts that they own their likeness, then we can also start prosecuting places that sell content of you without your consent. So there is a lot of things we can do, but we need to start instituting it. Otherwise, AI will make us obsolete.
Yeah.
Do you shave your legs every day?
No.
Really?
I haven't shaved my thighs ever in my life, not once.
So how do you have smooth?
They're not that smooth. Do you want to feel them?
They're
Your
pretty
shoes are so
smooth.
cute.
I know.
Thank you, guys.
I'm just like to show as much skin as you're showing, you must have so much body hair confidence, like that it's not gonna pop out.
I mean, I think body hair's hot anyway, though, you know? Like, I love armpit hair on women. I have a bush, and I think a bush is so hot. And like when your bush comes out the top of your bikini bottom, I think it's so fucking hot.
What?
And this is a lot about just philosophy of taboo is like things are hotter when they are in conflict. So when you look like a little Barbie, but then you have armpit hair and pubes, it actually makes it hotter because it's that contrast.
Okay, so little Esther over here, this is why she's hot to me, because she looks like a little baby, but she's got an adult bush.
Yeah. Most porn fans would say that about their favorite creator as well.
See, you look at you, looking all and like she's a little young little baby with a giant bush.
That's what I'm saying.
Full. But it goes to my knees. It's not good.
Does it get heavy?
Do you wake up in bed sometimes and like see your pubes laying around next to you?
No, it's mostly just dirt that my dog dragged in. It's so bad. This morning I like put my hand over, I'm like, oh, it's so bad. I told Dave when we woke up, I was like, you have to vacuum the bed today. Don't just wash the sheets.
Just wash it, Esther. Don't make him vacuum the bed.
Every 3 days because of my dogs. But you know, I've thought about that. I've been like, I wish I could just vacuum the bed, but I've never actually done it.
Really?
Because I feel like the vacuum's dirty.
I know this is a regular thing in your home. You vacuum your bed.
It's a new thing. It just the hand vac I feel like is less dirty.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
It's a new policy that I want to implement because it's too bad, and we can't change the sheets every day. That would be crazy.
Once a week.
Crazy. But you could also not let your dog on the bed. It's not an option.
That's not.
What is life in that case? What's the point of having a dog?
Agree.
Yeah, that would be horrible. I mean, I can't even imagine her being like, yeah, right. Like, no. Poor donut.
She would run away.
Shave her. Make her bald.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Nair her.
I've actually brought that up and my husband's like, no.
Does she go under the sheets with you down there? Is that why it's dirty in the sheets?
Yeah, there's not. She's like on the bare bed. Yeah.
Yeah, mine are on the duvet.
Oh, really?
They're big though.
Are you someone that is very disciplined about changing your duvet cover to like re-shove it back in?
That's such a rude question.
Because I, for the life of me, will never get a duvet. Never do a duvet because I don't have the patience and the discipline to shove the whole thing back and zip it or clip it or whatever.
Oh, it's horrible, but I do it twice a week.
What?
Oh my God.
And then also the housekeeper does it as well, but I usually do it once or twice a week.
Why?
Because I can't stand the dog hair on my bed. And I feel like I've gotten to such a good, I like weirdly making the bed. I have a good science putting a duvet on, and I like tie the corners and then just let it fall over the whole thing.
I've tried the hacks. Shove it. I try, but it just somehow doesn't work for me.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, every single time I make the bed, I'm pouring sweat by the end of it.
Jules, what did they say about making your bed every morning? Because like there was a switch in you.
I do not make my bed every morning. I will say that.
No. There was a switch that happened with her somewhere around like I think her second year of college, where all of a sudden like you were making your bed every day.
I know that was just a phase. It hasn't been like that.
Oh, you abandoned it since?
You had to make your bed to do it because my room was just crazy.
Oh, I see. The last time you came on Trash, we talked about your relationship with your partner at that time, and I think you're pretty open about the fact that he was going through, or he was bipolar.
Yeah. He was super open about it, which is the crazy part.
Right.
Like, even before I met him, he was all on the internet. Like all his poems and everything were about bipolar. So he was so open about it. And then I was too, and I was so trying to be so positive about it. Like, this is something we can deal with.
Well, while you were in it, in the thick of it, were you like, okay, like the flags were up?
When I got into the relationship, I was 22 and I had no idea what bipolar actually meant or was. And I didn't know some people, you can't fix them. And I didn't know there isn't happy endings to every story if you just like put love into it. And so obviously looking back, I'm like, oh, the way the relationship started with him asking me for money when I was uncomfortable about it, or him staying at my house and I was uncomfortable about it, or him punching walls and yelling at me. Like, I didn't flag that yet because I didn't realize that wasn't fixable or that it was a problem, which is just so crazy. And it's so weird how you develop wisdom 2 years down the line and you look back and you're a whole different person.
Also too, because it has a name, right? Because you're like, you can file it under he's bipolar. So all bad behavior can fall under he's either manic or he's going through a slump, right?
Exactly.
And you file it on under there and you forget the fact that, oh, like I'm actually not being treated the way I should, or I am, miserable because everything becomes so focused around this.
Exactly.
Was there sort of a breaking point, like as to what, because you were clearly putting up with a lot.
Yeah. We were together for 4 years.
Yeah. So what sort of changed or?
He'd have a manic episode every 6 months, no matter what medication he was on, no matter what was happening. And he would leave and sleep on the streets for a couple months and like live his truth, and say he was a woman and go through all that. And then he'd end up in a psych unit and I would take him back and be like, okay, we're not together now, but we're just, I'm helping you have a place to live and you can work with me and we're best friends. But of course, we're living together and we're in love and we are basically back together. And then there were points where I was like, okay, we're broken up. I can't get out of bed every day because I'm so depressed and I feel so trapped in this. And your problems have taken over my life. I'm a peaceful, calm person. Like it's easy for me to have good days. And with him, it's impossible for him to have good days. So I just didn't have good days for 4 years. Which is crazy.
Did you always feel like
to realize
you were,
like I can't live like this.
Like walking on eggshells, basically.
Yeah, and just like his,
corner.
if he's having a bad day, I'm having a bad day.
Right.
And his struggles are now all my responsibility. And so there got to a point where I was like, I'm just so depressed. I have to end this. Like when we're not together, I feel amazing. And then when I come back home, I can't get out of bed. And so I ended it. But I was like, he crashed out so bad from it. And I felt so guilty that I couldn't help him. Like there's so much guilt when you're with somebody that you take care of, even emotionally. There's so much guilt of like, I want him to be okay and I love and care about him like a child almost. And so I put him up in his own apartment and supported him fully. And it was like $10,000 a month cash just to go to drugs. And I did that for over a year. And then there was just a point where he was so bad mentally that he was so mad I wasn't sleeping with him anymore, that he was harassing my family. I also just noticed like I was making him so codependent and I was enabling so much behavior. And he was doing so many drugs that are so bad for him and so bad for his mental state. And I couldn't say no. And so I just completely cut it off. That was my breaking point. But it took 4 years. It took so much time until at one point, you just can't do it anymore. And I wish I had looked back all the times I'd broken up with him and just ended it then. But I just didn't know. Now I know that if somebody doesn't have their shit together, it's like I wish them the best. I wish them so much luck, but I know that it will sink my ship. I cannot fuck with it anymore. I can't let those people in my life.
This is what I think that people maybe don't realize, like about Kim Kardashian. Imagine like the father of your children, someone you had this very public relationship with that you loved. I'd be so afraid. Even
it is terrifying.
And it's afraid, but also like you said, this like feeling of like you're responsible for this person because you probably know them the best. You probably know their triggers. You probably know like their ups, everything about them.
Yeah.
At some point, like you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah. And you gotta stay safe. I think people apply, like we love to apply a lot of characteristics onto people that we love, like, oh, they're really a good person deep down, or like they're really empathetic, or they're so great. But then if you really look at their actions, it's like, why are you feeling guilty all the time? Why are you feeling shameful all the time? They might be an amazing person when they're in a good state, but it also might be true that because of their personality disorders and all these other things, that they use guilt to manipulate you and get what they want. And we don't always have to look at them with rose-colored glasses. Like a lot of it is manipulation. And I was fully just being manipulated. And I own up to that I'm not a victim. I let it happen to myself. It happens to everybody.
This is a conversation I had with a friend recently. Basically, it was me saying like, we have to stop being over-understanders.
Yes.
We have to stop. Like, I'm 40. This girl, a friend of mine who had just, for the 6th time, broken up with a guy who was showing the same behavior over and over again. He had good moments, and then he turned into a raging cokehead.
Exactly.
And then they'd break up, and then he'd get her back, and then raging cokehead. So it's that roller coaster manipulation.
Yeah.
Because the highs are so high,
Yes.
the lows are so low, and it becomes a dopamine. It becomes a drug, right?
I never felt like a crazy person. And then I started being like, oh my God, I think I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Like I think, why is this so addicting? Why is it the moment that he's gone, I miss him, even though he just freaked me out and scared me and I thought I was going to lose my life? Like why It makes no logical sense.
But
and
then
it's
I
so
learned about
crazy.
the dopamine hit of the ups and down, and you're always like a drug. You're always chasing that same high, right? When things are so great, and you constantly go back to the beginning, and then you start to romanticize the beginning and the story of it all versus what you're seeing in front of you.
I still can do that in my head. It's crazy. It's like you get older and you realize life is actually so much more fragile than you think it is when you're young, and you think, oh, I can have crazy people in my life that are so fun and like maybe they're abusive and it doesn't, it's not going to affect me that much. And then you get older and you realize, wait, I have one life and like this will sink my ship. Like people that are totally normal will go crazy because of their partner, or their partner will kill them. Also, that's another thing. This sounds so pessimistic and I hate to say this, but it only gets worse. Yeah. Like with people, if they're displaying signs of something, just know it only gets worse.
That's like the tip of the iceberg.
Don't bank on the fact that the person's going to get better. Like if they're good to you, then keep it. But if they're bad to you, don't like hope for the fact it might get better, because usually those little signs that the guy's showing 10 years down the line, he murders you.
Yeah. And it's the same for people, not even in relationships. If you're seeing red flags in someone and they're constantly baiting you back in the same friendship, and it's like, no. Like I'm so clear on the fact that like, I'm going to take you for what you are, for what you're showing me. Fuck your words. If I don't see the action of accountability, apology, awareness, my 3 A's, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't care if you try to romanticize the friendship we once had and to try to give me, remember this and lol, or I don't give a shit.
You realize that shit's not rare. You're like, it's not rare to have this connection with someone. If they're like, I can go find that with someone else that's better. You are so capable. Like as humans, we are so capable of doing so many amazing things for ourselves and for the world. And we're so loving and we're so empathetic and there's so much good we can do. And if that all gets drawn into this toxic, manipulated situation to this person that's just draining you of it, you lose all that capability that you have. Like I was so much less capable.
The thing that you said that is like just like ding 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 in my head is like, this person will sink our ship. And it's like, that is so real. And that is something that, again, it always takes longer than you want it to realize it.
Yeah, it always does.
But this person will sink this ship. Yeah. They will stop at
trauma.
Nothing.
There's trauma you don't even realize you're having until years later. Like I realized years later that I was raped by him many times. And in the moment, I just kind of brushed it off.
Awful.
And then you realize you have, like once you get into a healthy relationship and then you start to learn like healthy coping mechanisms or like healthy sex, you start realizing, wait a second, like I have weird things from what I was experiencing. And it takes so long to realize.
What about too, like the brainwashing? Like for me, for years after, I would realize like I had this little thing against certain people where and then all of a sudden I'd be like, why don't I like that person? And then I'd be like, oh my God, it's because of something that other person was saying to me all the time.
Oh my God, that happens. And then I fall for it.
Yeah.
And even though like in that moment, like this is always like the type of person that I don't trust. If they're giving me information about someone I've never met and it's negative, later on I meet that, like, right? Is that what you're talking about? And it's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't met this person and you're already saying all of these negative things. You haven't even given, the person's not in the room. They're not here to defend themselves. And usually I meet that person and like you said, I already have a negative feeling and I'm like, where is that from? Why do I already dislike this person? The seed was already planted in my head.
Exactly.
And I in that moment, I'm not realizing that even though I'm like, oh, we can't be manipulated. Yes, you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
because seed is planted.
In the moment, I think I'm just like hearing my friend's drama and I'm like, I'm being a supportive friend listening to this. But then it's like years later, I'm like, I don't like this person. I have no reason.
Had that experience too. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think people need to wake up to it more because it's not fair to you. It's not fair to the other people. Like, I don't know. I'm really upset about it because I feel like there's some like friendships that didn't happen or didn't go the way they were supposed to go because I specifically pulled back because of some bullshit some crazy bitch was saying.
Yes. 1,000%. I've cut off so many people because a crazy bitch in my life was just like, this is what you have to do. And I was just guilted into it in the moment. But people really do prey on you with guilt and all of that, and then
it's like we're susceptible to advertisement, like commercials work, and like if some person who's like charming and whatever and is like saying a story, like that's just how the human brain works. We listen to what we hear.
That's another thing, like even in this book of excerpts that I put together, is another huge thing is like we think that reason and emotion are two separate things in the brain and that the human brain can differentiate between the objective and the subjective. But the objective to us is literally made from the subjective. They're inextricable. You cannot take bias and emotional bias out of the objective or of your reason. You can't be like, this is what I should do, but this is like what my emotions want me to do. We might think we're doing that, but really everything, our whole reality, everything that how we navigate the world, how we see ourselves in the world, how we self-assess our competency in the world is all based off of emotion.
Yeah.
The lenses that I was viewing the world with when I was in this relationship was so different than what it is now. Like I see myself so differently, my confidence and my competency and like what I think I'm capable of doing is so different. And really all reality is and how you go around in your life is the lens. You know, we were talking about Lexapro earlier. It's like when I have Lexapro in my system, my lens is so different. It's not clouded by anxiety and fear anymore. Fear basically goes out the window. And so I view the world as so much more of like an open oyster. So many little pearls for me to pick from.
I'm really thinking of Lexapro.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would recommend just trying it unless you want your pussy to be wet, because mine was not wet.
That's the problem. Because I've been on SSRIs in the past. I've been on everything. I've even been on like first gen, like antipsychotic.
Damn.
That got me like put on so much weight. And I was like, this isn't for me.
Gnarly.
And like, I could not come. Like my eyeballs would pop out of my actual, like I would try so hard. And it was like not.
You get there though. I think at the beginning, you maybe like have that stuff, but then your body adjusts and you get to normal again.
Sometimes it does,
Really?
and sometimes it doesn't.
Well, okay.
But I will say it doesn't fucking matter. You can use lube or whatever if that's what you need. Like I built my whole business and my life and what I know is good for me, and my lens shifted for so long that it has impacted me forever, knowing that I'm capable when I was on Lexapro, because anxiety didn't cloud me anymore. And then I get off Lexapro and it's like, yeah, okay, my pussy's wet and I can have good sex, but I also don't answer my emails for 3 months, you know? And I feel like everything's caving in and I feel like I can't accomplish anything.
Right.
And then I get back on Lexapro and I'm like, I can go back to school at 40 if I want to and be a doctor. Like you're way more in tune with actual reality. And that is so important to survival. So fuck having a wet pussy. But also there are other solutions. So I got off my Lexapro recently because I finally got on birth control pills.
Yeah.
So I don't ovulate anymore. And so that premenstrual dysphoria that I had because my hormones before my period is gone now. So I'm like this. And so now I don't need the Lexapro because I'm so stable from the birth control pills.
Love that.
And now my pussy's wet again.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I found a solution.
Wow.
It took so many years, but
PMDD is a bit.
I tell people this all the time. And I'm sure most women relate, which is so fucked. But 2.5 weeks out of the month, I'm so productive. I'm showing up to calls at 9 a.m. I love my life. I'm motivated. And then there's 2 weeks where I cannot answer the phone. I can't get out of bed. I am so anxious. I'm impulsive. I'm making horrible decisions. I want my relationships in my life to end.
Yep.
I was like, my business wouldn't function if I would just go ghost every 2 weeks.
Yeah. And you feel ugly. I feel so
horrible.
ugly. Luteal is
treat
like,
yourself bad. I even notice it now. My face changes so much every month.
Same.
I'm beautiful and then I'm,
Can I tell you a perfect example? So I put this shirt on my luteal face and I wanted to light my whole body on fire.
Why?
Because I was like, when did I think this was my color? I'm so fucking ugly. This doesn't go well with my skin. But guess what? I'm right around the corner from ovulating and look at the shirt I wore. I'm like, this looks amazing. Yeah. That's how like starkly different my mind works.
And that's what I'm saying. Like we understand these lens shifts because you see the world completely different when there's different hormones in your system.
This is what's so interesting too, because when I was pregnant, I loved the way my mind like operated. I was cool as a clam. I was like just happy. I felt like I had blood supply to my brain, and I was in therapy and she was like, I didn't get it done, but she was like, it would be interesting if you actually like tested your hormones now to see if you could replicate it for when you're not pregnant, because it seems as though like you're just loving life. Yeah. And
you're stable, high hormones.
I wish I had done it now, because postpartum, when I tell you the crash out that happens, it's like the pits of hell for me. Like so much so that I want to get pregnant like immediately, because I hate the feeling of my anxiety and my depression and the darkness and the scaries at night, that I'm like, bring me back to that brain, please. I don't care if my ankles are thick or, if I'm like peeing every 2 seconds, just bring me back to that brain.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a few questions.
Okay. Not the first trimester. I'll say that.
Your experience with pregnancy hormones is, I feel, the most common. Like, people feel really good pregnant, the hormones. Why doesn't that happen to me?
I feel like you're maybe just not looking at yourself close enough. Because can I say, I enjoyed the way you were when you were pregnant. Not the first trimester. The first trimester is hell. It really is just awful. You feel sick, right? Like, even
how do you feel in pregnancy?
What do you mean?
Like, is it...
Oh, terrible.
Like, is it just like puking, or it's mentally horrible
both.
as well?
That's the thing. Like, so the first trimester is like super, just unbelievably vomiting, nausea, no energy. And then usually, most commonly for most people, like second trimester, your energy comes back and you like get really happy. I feel like I got out of the nausea in my second trimester, but I was still really, really uncomfortable and I was miserable.
Damn.
Can I, as your producer, say that you were funnier?
What?
You were like,
you're better. And not only that, but she was like, she had big dreams.
Yeah.
What are you guys
ambitious.
talking
I remember
about?
being like, you were like, I'm 38 weeks pregnant. That's okay. I'm going to go on the Tonight Show, fly with my big, you were such a fucking like renegade, bro.
Free spirit, Esther. You were so fucking
I just
funny
don't
in those
think you like to
episodes.
give yourself any, you like to stay miserable because you like pity.
Oh, that's true.
You want to be pitied, right? So like you don't want to be like, I'm actually feeling great.
I just know that I didn't have the glory that you felt. And I'm upset about it.
Well, I'll tell you, I think one of the reasons why I did feel the
but
glory.
Whitney felt it too, I think. Like, it's common to feel this like amazing feeling.
But it's also common to be very sensitive to hormones and feel fucked the whole time too.
Right,
So it is. You can be sensitive and they can be too high. Because also the hormones in pregnancy, yes, they're more stable and they're higher, so you can feel really good. But also they are the greatest stress your body will ever go through. And we're worried that like the hormones in birth control pills increase our risk of cancer, but really it's the hormones from pregnancy do it even more so. So it's not a beneficial thing for your body to go through when you're pregnant. But obviously, I think biologically what it is that like there's got to be something biologically where we feel better when we're pregnant overall because we want to keep getting pregnant. And they do say that biologically this is a process where if you're not getting pregnant, PMS exists to break up unfertile pair bonds.
Wait,
so if you're not
what?
fertile and you're not getting pregnant with your partner, you go through so many PMSs that it forces the relationship to end, so you can go find somebody that will get you pregnant faster.
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's
So it's not like your body in the moment's like, we've been together too long, let's fucking fuck shit up.
Yeah.
It's just like every month we get it's just a theory.
I kind of think that it's sounding real.
I know.
To me.
It's a real thing.
For me, I have POTS. So it's like postural. It's like a fucking weird autoimmune
I've heard
thing.
about
I
it
feel
on
like
TikTok.
a lot of girlies are finding out they either have EDS or POTS or some kind of version of that. But my blood pressure basically like tanks to the floor and my heart rate shoots up. And with pregnancy, you're just kind of just this, as Rosebud calls it, like a waterlogged pig. So your blood flow is constant. And so my blood pressure never tanked.
Yeah,
so
I think your heart like doubles in size.
Yes,
Crazy.
you have all of a sudden your body is so well perfused. I have color in my face and I have blood to my brain. And it turns out having consistently low blood pressure, the blood never got up here. So I was like always brain fog.
Crazy.
And then when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm a fucking genius. I can do it all.
How crazy is that? It's so weird because it's like obviously how society is now. It's like we don't have to get pregnant. We don't have to have kids if we don't want, whatever.
Right.
But it's so weird how our bodies are so programmed to push pregnancy and how much like our body, that's what our bodies are built
and
to
let
do.
me
And
tell
everything
you-
in society or everything in our bodies is trying to get us to get pregnant more.
And then you romanticize. You romanticize your pregnancy. So during pregnancy, you're like, oh my God, I can't walk. My pussy bone's broken. Everything hurts. This is like awful, awful, awful. And then you get out of it and months pass and you do have that amnesia. And then you look back at a photo and you're like, what a wonderful time.
It's not that you didn't have the same experience as everyone. It's that when you look back, you're not romanticizing it.
No, but
you don't
I
have
do.
the romanticizing gene.
I do.
You do.
Because, okay, so I had a very, very miserable pregnancy. The whole pregnancy, I'm like, one and done. I'm never doing this again. The second the baby was born,
You're like, fuck it. I
was
want
like,
another.
Yeah, it's like I want more because it's like almost it's an addiction. Your
How
software,
crazy is that?
the downloaded software, it's there, and I'm like, Oh yeah, because the reward is so high, and then you're like, almost like if you finish a big workout, you're like, I want to do that again. It's like, oh, I suffered through 9 months, and that's twisted thinking.
And then it dips down to postpartum PPA and PPD, and then you're back at, you're like, oh, I'm one and done. I'm never. The reason I may never do it again is not because of the pregnancy; it's because of postpartum. What a dark place mentally.
But the second one cannot be.
It can. Can I tell you? My friend just told me that in her second pregnancy, she in her pajamas, she launched herself in the middle of traffic. She did 2 under 2. Her mentals were just in a really bad place. And I think that she had really bad PPD, her first one. And she just sort of like rolled into another pregnancy immediately after. She went out in her pajamas one day, like 5 months pregnant. She's like, I'm just going to launch myself into traffic.
And that could literally happen. That's the craziest part to any of us.
And
like,
can I tell you?
That's what's so freaky is you have no control over that lens.
She is one of those people you're like, oh my God, her life, she's just got it together. That's what your brain can do to you.
It's all about how you're viewing your reality. It has nothing to do with actual reality. It's
I know,
crazy.
It's so fucked
I wonder
up.
what the biological reason is for postpartum depression, other than maybe there is no reason. It's just, okay, you've had the baby, hormones drop.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, fuck it. You've had the baby. We don't give a fuck how you feel anymore.
Well, one thing that I felt, because I felt like all this for my postpartum, like all this like shame and like self-hatred. And I really felt a biological purpose there of like, that would make me care for my baby. You know, it's like, if I do one little thing wrong, I'm not a good mother.
Oh my gosh,
so it's like,
that could be
That is a biological reason.
You're hyper anxious, basically.
It's what it is. You're hyper vigilant. So much so that like one of the things, like I would worry about ever holding my baby close to a window because I thought a stray bullet could come through at any time.
Oh my God, it really is just anxiety.
It's just anxiety.
Because they say when you have anxiety, like when I had anxiety in college, I would just look at windows and picture myself flying out of them. Or, you know, when you're driving on the road and you just picture yourself going into cars, they say that's a symptom that you don't realize of anxiety.
Yeah.
And so you have that with
that's PPA. You have the most obnoxious, like so like out of this world scenarios in your head. And my therapist says, especially if you're a creative person, those scenarios aren't just scenarios, they become whole movies in your head. A movie of how the stray bullet has now entered your home and you've created a whole movie of what happens after all the way to the end.
I know
it's
that's
so stupid and it's like driven me up a wall and I am so that's the most exhausting part of it is you're fighting your own brain. You're like, that's not rational. That's not rational. That's not rational. But it just floods you. It like
that's crazy.
Yeah. Do you feel like
remember Jules when I was like, don't stand next to the heater. It might explode.
Yeah, you were crazy.
Crazy. Don't
Honestly,
stand next to any electronic. It might explode.
That sounds like my mom, honestly. Do you feel like you're improving or do you feel like... Really?
Wait, she's my gauge.
She's like, yeah, she's improving.
She's so much better now. Before it was crazy. Anything was just like you can't do anything.
We really are slaves to our programming.
Yes.
And our hormones.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Crazy. But then I see other moms.
Have a baby.
I see other moms just like chilling, man, and I'm like, fuck.
But I feel like every time you really talk to someone, some people are like, yeah, it's chill. But I feel like so much of this it's such an internal experience that I'm sure everybody has some form of this experience, right?
I hope so, because it is very isolating sometimes. Like the thoughts that run through my head, I'm like, oh, like I'm embarrassed to say out loud because like, what if new moms don't have this?
No, everyone has a
except those party girls like at 22 and they're like, I just went to the hospital one day with a pain in my stomach and I had a baby.
But see, this is why I do think that there is an upside to having them really young is because you don't have the fully formed brain to really have that like fear yet.
Yes.
Like when you have a baby late in life and all of your entire being, the pieces of yourself have lived and experienced horrible things. So you know all the things that could go bad.
Yeah. No,
At 22,
I think that's
you're
so
like,
true.
what's the worst thing?
Even when I was young, like, especially when I was 17, for instance, I got pregnant at 17 and was so sick. It was like exactly the 4th week. So exactly like the first day that I was pregnant and I was puking out of my taxi.
Oh, whoa.
And I'm so sensitive to hormones and I was so sick and I got the abortion the next day. But even looking back, I'm like, I had PMDD all those years and I didn't even fucking realize yet. Like it takes you so long to realize your hormonal cycles and that it took me so long. So I could see how all these cycles you kind of are so unaware of in all the chaos of being young.
Right.
I never realized it. I just thought that was life. Like Looking back, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I was crazy.
A gift.
Youth is a gift. I truly, as I get older, I'm 28. I'm not even old. I am like, every day I'm like, youth is wasted on the young. Because God,
It really is.
I really have started saying that. Like my grandpa.
I would roll my eyes when people would say that when I was young.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
And
what does
now
that even
I'm like,
mean?
yeah, what
And
is
I'm like, wow, youth, you are so capable and there's so much you can do and you just will never fucking realize it. It is impossible to realize it until you have wisdom and you've navigated the world and you realize everyone is so dumb and you could literally do anything you want to do. But then you're not 17 anymore. And you're not energetic like that. And you can't stay up 3 nights in a row working on some hyperfixation because you're tired and you have to live a routine and your body's falling apart.
And don't sit close to a window because you might get hit
Exactly.
by a stray bullet.
Stray bullets, guys, they're real.
And you know trauma. And you know,
Sorry, this stray bullet got me.
it's so good.
Yeah, but Jules, no kids ever.
No
Still
kids.
no. Yeah.
Jules, really?
I hate kids.
But you don't.
You're a nanny. You can't hate kids.
I don't hate kids, but I just don't want them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not for me. Like
That's awesome,
what
honestly.
I
Think
think.
about like not having that biological like need to have them, even though you know it's going to ruin everything. Like,
Yeah.
like that is really good. That is
Yeah.
really good because I also was like, I don't, and still to this day, logically, I know like if I don't have kids, it won't be something on my dying bed that I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Like I know that my life is so fulfilling regardless. But I still just, as I get older, I have this like note. I noted. I was always like, I'm gonna get pregnant in my mid-30s because that's when my mom did, and I'll be more financially stable and I'll be a better parent. And then I hit 27, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to have a kid today.
Wait, really?
It's
That's
this
weird.
I'm
to
having
me.
this weird like I need to have a baby.
That's
and
so
I'm
weird.
holding off, and I'm forcing myself not to, but it is on my mind all the time, and I never had that before.
Like, are you
And it's
into
annoying.
babies?
I love children, but I have always been like, I'm going to be logical about when I have a child. And I know that when I have a child, my career isn't going to be as important to me and I'm not going to be as important to me. And I want to give so much of myself to my child that I want to do it when I'm older. And I realize even now it's like the amount of risks and sacrifices you do make for a kid, you know, like not just for you, but also your relationship. And it's so much risk to take on. And it's so scary. And it's like, but I have to do it now, which is crazy.
I was always someone who was like, I don't think I want kids. I don't think that I'm suited. And then something changed and then I wanted them, but didn't want to say it out loud for fear, like you, Esther, for fear that it just wasn't in like the cards for me or whatever. But when I finally did get pregnant, even then you're like, you know, can I do this? Can I not? But then I thought about it in a different way. I love adventure.
Yeah.
I love the possibility of things going wrong, going right with every adventure in my life. I think of parenthood in that way. It's like, this is sort of just this like new thing. I don't necessarily know what's going to happen, but it's going to be pretty wild. And it's just an adventure. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know.
That's the romantic, beautiful way to look at it that I want to keep. So that I'm like, you know what? Whenever I have a kid, it's going to be great, which is
it
the
will
truth.
be.
All of life is just an experience and an adventure. There's no way to win it. There's no way to do it right or wrong. It's just an experience.
Yeah.
And trying to let go and let it take you. And I think I'll be a really good mom if I can keep that in my head. I'm already a good mom.
Yeah.
No, I know I'll be a good mom. But I mean, I think a lot of people are good moms, and it's still like probably the most stressful thing ever. My mom's an amazing mom. Has it been the most stressful thing of her entire life? I mean, I'm 28, my brother's 26, and we are still causing her heart attacks.
What?
Yeah.
It never ends. Luckily, I think I'm not causing her so much issue anymore, but my little brother definitely is. Because you also don't choose what, your kids go through.
No, and you also don't choose their factory settings.
No.
It's like
your son might have addiction problems and struggle in and out for the rest of his life. He might have bipolar. Like my mom has so many friends like that whose kids committed suicide, or, there's so many things. And you think about that when you're having a kid, you're like, I'm in this no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Like I'm in this
commitment.
Yeah. I'm in this for the experience of having a kid. And I've always remembered that. It's one of my favorite authors has written about this. He's like, life is not the avoidance of suffering. Suffering is what makes life valuable. And so he chose to have a child as he was dying of cancer. And his wife was like, why would you want to do this and have the child like not know you? And he's like, life is not the avoidance of suffering. It's the experiences. I get to experience having a child. My child will understand what death is because I died. And that's all very important in life.
Oh gosh.
So even if my kid is severely troubled and I have to deal with the death of my child or whatever might happen, like I want to go into pregnancy and motherhood knowing I'm going to be okay with that.
Oh God.
End on a really high note.
I'm so scared. And anytime you mention like any type
It's
of
so beautiful though to think about. If you really just let loose, let
it
go.
is beautiful.
We can't handle this.
I can't handle.
Dude,
No.
that's the thing. Like after becoming a mom, like I see every movie so differently. Like when I was rewatching Titanic, like I had never noticed there's a frozen woman floating in the water holding her baby. I never saw that. The hundreds of times I watched it, and then post motherhood, I see it. Okay, guys, we're going to play a game on Patreon. If you want to see it, check us out at patreon.com/Trash Tuesday podcast, I think. I never know. Link below. And thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you at the Patreon, or we'll see you next week with a brand new episode.